How would I describe myself? Crazy. You know, I guess I just, when I realized that I could paint and that I could start this place, I just went off crazy. You know, just painting all the time, anything I could, trying to get as many people involved in it as could. I'm into this, and so now I'm totally absorbed in art all the time, every day. That's all I think about. I started painting as a child because I had polio and I wasn't allowed to run and play outside because they were afraid that I would hurt myself and cause some sort of damage to the surgery that was done. So I started painting as a child, but I painted primarily because I couldn't run and play. Not because at that time I had any real desire to paint. It was just like, what do you do when you can't run and play? I stopped painting because I wanted to be like you. All right, and what I mean by that is you were out there running and playing football and softball and doing all kinds of things. And I'd been the kid in the brace and the one that everybody, hey, who's the kid with the brace? And I wanted to be like you. I didn't want any of that stuff. So the minute I had my last surgery and was able to just go do my own thing, I stopped painting almost immediately. I was at a point in my career where my career wasn't exactly exciting to me anymore, and I was a little bored. And I walked into Levy Harrison's studio and was talking about some of the paintings and made a couple of comments after he had asked me some questions. And he said, "So you're an artist?" And I said, "Well, no, not really. I just have been around it all my life." I said, "I own paintings and so forth. One of these days, when I retire, I'm probably going to take up painting again." And he said, "Why don't you do it now?" So I made some other excuses, and he said, "Listen, I've got a new class starting tonight. If you'd like to be in it, I'll let you be in my class tonight. Won't guarantee that you'll be in the next one, but you'll be in this one." And I said, okay, and I started painting in 2005. I'm going to do it for the rest of my remaining years. You know, it's like, people say, what are you going to do when you retire? I have no idea. Retirement, I think, is that portion that comes after death, isn't it? I'm going to paint till I die. You know, I'm going to be involved in it in some way or the other. I'm just, you know, I lost 47 years and I'm now going to take them back. I'm going to start my own studio. And everybody told me I was crazy. Most people tell you you're crazy when you start out on a new venture. So I wasn't particularly bothered by it. But everybody said, you're not going to make it. Who's going to come and paint a painting? You know, and how can you make that a viable economic situation? And I didn't really care because it was about me and me learning to paint better and hopefully teaching other people. I just didn't want to lose money. So I started Paint Along Studios with that premise, and I'm barely keeping all of that going still to this day. It's not about making money. It's about affording people opportunities to do things that they think they can't do. So people come to us with low expectations, unfortunately. But because they have low expectations, then when they actually do something that's pretty good, then they've exceeded their expectations, which is really, really, really cool. Is when people go, I didn't think I could, but I did it. People do not call themselves
an artist soon enough. They hold back from making the commitment. I think it's sometimes fear of failure. If I say I'm an artist and I don't become the next Van Gogh, then people will judge me somehow because I compared myself to their idea of what an artist was. And the artists have to say, this is what I do. I'm an artist and I'm proud of it. And I think we don't do it enough. I have a commitment to art in the community in several ways. One, my Artist in Residence programs take young artists like Aaron Corbett, give them the opportunity to earn a living as an artist, because he sells here because he's promoted here and he's visible to community here. They're going to all continue to grow as artists because they can afford to stay here and work. That's also part of what the Artisans Alley is that we have going the first Saturday of every month in the alley. It's a opportunity for anyone who's willing to say, I'm an artist, to come and show their work. And they don't have to have a tent. They can have one piece. I guess it was a couple years after I started painting in maybe 2007 that I started saying, I'm an artist. I'm not trying to be one. I am one. Now, will I get better? Yeah, but I'm an artist right now. Why? I paint.